Hello, my name is Mr. Ferro, and today we're going to be learning about the order of operations. So, let's take a look at this first equation, 7 plus 3 times 5. Now, let's say we could try to solve this two ways, okay? We could either solve from left to right, or solve multiplication first and plus second. So let's try going from left to right. What we'd do is we'd start off with this particular side here. We'd start off with 7 plus 3. So we'd first go 7 plus 3, and we'd go times 5, and then we'd have to get the answer for 7 plus 3, which is 10, and then we'd get that 10, and we'd times it by 5, which would be 10 times 5, fix this up, is in fact 50. Okay? Now, that's one way of doing it, 50. Let's take a look at if we were to solve it the other way. If we were to solve it going 3 times 5 first. So, if we were to do it that way, what we'd do is we'd go 7 plus 3, 7 plus, and I'll change color, 3 times 5. Okay? Now, this time we start with the multiplication first. So the answer would be 3 times 5, 15. And then we'd still have 7, which would be 7 plus, it would be 7 plus 15. 15. The answer here would then turn out to be 22. Now, as you can see, this is a very different answer. Now, in mathematics, we can't have very different answers like this. Imagine if we were to have all our data on the computer, just, some computers say one answer, another computer says another answer. When we go in a plane, when we do our maths, when we are on the stock market, we can't have a system whereby sometimes there is an answer like this and sometimes there is an answer like this. So we need to make a rule that we follow all the time. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you what the rule is when it comes to solving for mathematics. Here it is here, and I'll just bring it in so you can see. Now, the order of operations in maths, we must have one way to solve equations. For this reason, we use one order to solve equations, which is always the same for everyone. It cannot be different. This is called the order of operations. So the order of operations goes like this, and you can remember it using this little acronym, we call it. B, I, D, M, A, S, BIDMAS. So what does this stand for? Well, this first of all refers to brackets. Okay? And just in case you don't know, brackets are these things here. Okay? These are the first things that you must solve in an equation. Then the next one is index. So the index is, and I will show you here. Alright, index. Let's say you've got 7, and that 7 is to the power of 2. This little 2 is the index of this number. Now, we go to the next one, which is D, which is division, which is this one. Multiplication, which is in fact this one here. A refers to addition. So addition, whoops, just fix that up, and subtraction. Okay, and subtraction looks like this. This is the rule one must follow in order to make sure that we are getting the correct answer in mathematics all the time. So the brackets are always first, the index second. These two are at this same level, so number 3, and then addition, subtraction are also at the same level as well. So let's take a look at an example. Okay, let's say we have the equation 7 plus 3, and all of this is in brackets, so 7 plus 3 in brackets. Then it's times 4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 2. So this is the equation we're going to solve as an example. So let's start off now. What goes first if we look at the rule? What goes first? Well, brackets goes first. Consequently, therefore, we will start with this one here. This one is 7 plus 3 is what we start with. And what we'd get here is 7 plus 3 is 10. Beautiful. And we'll just write the whole line out so you can see. Times 4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 2. Now, the next thing is index. Are there any of these? No, we don't have an index. So that means we go to the next level. Division and multiplication. Let's have a look. Do we have any division and multiplication? Yes, we do. We got multiplication and division. And we also have a multiplication here. Now, here's a very interesting rule. We have here 10 times 4 divided by 2. If we have all of these in the same line, we have 3 terms, and they're all at the same level. They're all being they're at the same level on the BIDMAS rule. They're both number 3. What we do is I'll write this here, if at the same level we must solve from left to right. So here we're going to solve just this level here. We go left to right, okay, because they're both at the same level. So 10 times 4 is 40, and then we must go divide by 2, which will be the next level. And then I'm just going to do this one, minus, and I'm going to do this here, 5 times 2. And now we have to solve this one and this one, okay? So 40 divided by 2 is 20, and 5 times 2 is 10, and the division is still there. It's still, I'll undo that. Sorry, got rid of too much. And it will be 20 minus 10, and therefore the answer will have to be 10. So that is how we solve this one as well. Just a little bit of an extra lesson on this as well. If you have several or many numbers that are 7 plus 3 minus 2 minus 1, if it's all addition and subtraction, you can go from left to right. So, you go from left to right. So 7 plus 3 is 10, minus 2 is going to be 8, minus 1 you solve it from left to right. So it would then become 10 minus 2 minus 1, which would become 8 minus 1. You must go from left to right for this one. However, if you've got all multiplication division, so if it's all multiplication, 7 times 1 times 2 times 1, you can solve this in any order you want. So you could say start with this and go backwards. 2, and then you go here, times 1, which would equal 7. And then you keep on going. 2 times 1 is 2, 7 times 2 is that, and then it would go to 7. It would go to 14, sorry. Okay? But if you were to solve this going that way, it would be 7 times 1, which would equal 7. So 7 times 2 times 1, which would then equal 14 times 1, which would equal 14. Same answer. Whoops. So yeah, same answer as well. So it depends really how you want to do this one. But yeah, when it comes to addition subtraction, you must make sure that you solve left to right. But if it's only multiplication, you can go in any order. If you put division into this one over here, then it's different. But if you have just multiplication, then you can go in any order. But that's just something as well. So anyway, what we're going to be doing in class is we're going to be taking a look at some BODMAS questions as well. I want you to summarize as much of this video as you can, and we'll talk about this more at length in class. Anyway, all the best, and yeah, we'll talk more about how to do the order of operations in class. Bye.